Hey, what's going on, guys? This is the PIECE TCG here, and I'm bringing you a video of myself playing blue-purple crocodile versus the purple Kaido matchup. A couple people asked me how I play this matchup since I do pretty well normally in tournaments. So this is just how I play against the purple matchup and how I think is a really strong way to play. I'm going to just be going ahead and telling you my thought process, just like the last video I did, but this time just against Kaido. This is actually my third take of doing this video because my dog was barking out of control the other when I was first trying to record, so I figured let me give it a break real quick, and hopefully I can do it 100% this time. So I win the dice roll. I elect to go first because Kaido, they're just stronger when they go first because they can get that curve with Onigashima, and yeah, that's good, and they can attack first. So I'd rather just give them the extra card and then waste their first turn just setting up Onigashima, having a blank field. That's just stronger to me. So the trick to playing against Kaido, I think I said this in the comments, but just some early aggression and never play too hard into the 10 drop Kaido. Because if you have 5 cards on the field and they have 10 Dawn, dude, you already know they're gonna drop that. So why would you even, don't put 5 cards on them. Never have 5 cards on the field. You always got to account for that when they have the Dawn available for that situation. And then also try to play around the 9 drop Kaido too, because he's also really strong. Sometimes you can't play around it, but just try to have a backup plan. So my first turn, I summon Blocker Law, and in my turn, my sleeves don't have, or my Dawn cards, my Dawn deck doesn't have sleeves because I've been just trying a bunch of different decks out, and I forgot to bring extra Dawn, so that's why they look all weird and, different, there's different backs, so apologize for that. I definitely wasn't expecting it. I've been trying a lot of blue-purple Kaido recently too. So my second turn, I put 2/1 Crocodile and I swing for 7. What does he do here? He takes the damage. And then I leave 1 up because I have Desert Spada. Now he luckily does not draw Onigashima until it's way too late in the game for him to even really drop it to get the most benefit. I'm seeing his hand now. It's not awful, but it's not the greatest. Looks like he has Blast Breath. He has another Hirazumi. He has a 10 drop Kaido, so his hand isn't amazing, and that's obviously a plus for me. But even with Onigashima, I still see decent success against this deck. Obviously, they can still, they can still win when they have Onigashima, or even if they don't have Onigashima. But I do play this deck well. He swings for 6. After playing a blocker, I use Desert Spada, I rearrange the top 3 cards of my deck, and I believe I draw a card. Yes, I draw a card. So, keep the blocker on the field. There's no point of sacrificing the blocker when I can easily counter out of it and then draw a card and then have that for Miss All Sunday in the future. So, my turn now, I have, I believe, 5 Dawn. So, 5 Dawn. Let's see what I do here. I Dawn 2, and then I play, looks probably ulti. Yep, ulti. I, rested on, and then I get an extra Dawn rested. So setting up for future plays. I have a 6 drop King in my next in my hand, so I know next turn I'm probably going to use it. But so yeah, so I'm just trying to account for the Dawn -1 to just get an extra Dawn. He counters with 7, and I leave 1 Dawn up so I can Desert Spada in case he attacks for 6 again, or if he attacks for more. I'll probably just use my Blocker Law. Like I said, you don't want to play into anything too crazy. I know he has 6 Dawn coming up now, so I'm not in fear of his 7 drop King, or I would have probably just attacked with 7 and not even summon the ulti. So he goes into Queen, he Dawn -1, he draws 2 and discards 1. Looks like he has a ton of big drop characters in his hand, so if I remember correctly, he discards the Kaido because he has a lot, and he's playing around with the ratios too for his deck. But fun fact, I have never beaten this guy. This guy has beat me twice in a row. We only played 2 times, and this is our 3rd game. So he's beaten me twice, and I'm thinking, man, this guy has my number. I can't beat him for some reason. It's always a close game, but I have not been able to beat him, so does he have my number? Can I get this monkey off my back? We'll find out with this game. So he attacks for, it looks like 5 with Kaido. I play Desert Spot again, and then I draw a card. The advantage you get with this deck is just absolutely nuts. This deck, if it had a better matchup against red, it would be, I think, the best deck in the game, without a doubt. So it looks like I have 8 Dawn left. I rearranged the top cards of my deck, and I drew into a 7-drop king, which is way better in this situation. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. I'm going to blow up his 2 blockers by Dawn minusing 2. And I have 1 Dawn left. I'm pretty sure I just put it on Crocodile. I don't even think I have any more counters or any events. So I just put my last Dawn on Crocodile. Swing for 6. What is he going to do? He's just going to counter out of it, I'm pretty sure. Yep, counter out with the 2k counter. And I pass turn. I go, your turn. I got a pretty strong field, but I'm also leaving myself open to a 7-drop king, which I'm okay with at this point because I also have established a 7-drop king that cannot be killed by a Rush Kaido, or his, any of his guys, not even a Brachio Bomber. So I'm like, you can kill me with your king if you want to. It doesn't matter at all. There's no reason to, and that's exactly what he does. He gets rid of ulti, who already served her purpose, and then blocker law by Dawn minusing 2. I'm completely okay with that. He does have a queen on the field, which is good, but it's not the biggest deal. I still have a beater of my own, and I can start threatening his life. So he swings with his leader for 5. I think I want to take this, actually, or maybe I counter out of it. I don't remember. Looks like I'm trying to counter out of it. Yep, I counter out, make my guy 7. Go a little overkill, but it's fine. I'm pretty sure I have a lot of counters in my hand anyway, and I don't want to take early life when I don't need to take early life. So I got 8 Dawn again after my discard 2, or my Dawn minus 2 with the king. So what do I do with this 8 Dawn? I'm pretty sure I put one... Oh my god, I'm about to do one of my favorite plays, and the reason I like this build a little bit more now is because I'm going to put one on Crocodile, and then I'm going to play Sobbles. Let's see. Yeah, I put one on Crocodile, and then I play Sobbles, and I'm going to bounce back his king, and then I'm going to draw one from Crocodile. Such a good. He's like, the Sobbles, does that rest it? Nah, bro, that turns it to the hand. So, and I'm going to draw off the Crocodile. Guys, Sobbles is so good. I think I wasn't playing it in my last deck profile. I think I want to play more of it now. The problem is it still doesn't do anything against red, which is the problem. But real quick, the reason I did Sobbles, his king, is because instead of having a 7k beater, he now has to summon it again. He has to Dawn minus 2 and waste an entire turn, essentially summoning the king again. Yes, he can blow up 2 of my guys later on, but I'm only going to put him, like, I'd rather him blow up 2 of my guys than summon a Rush Kaido, so that's totally okay. I'll bounce it back. You don't have as much field pressure. And now I'm going to start swinging. So I swung with king. He takes the damage. I swung with Crocodile, and then he blocks. At this point, I'm like, okay, like, do you have the 10-drop Kaido? How am I going to prepare for the 10-drop Kaido? So I summon the Doflamingo, and I'm trying to plan my outs against a 10-drop Kaido, because I don't think I have anything in my hand at the time, except for maybe a blocker or 2 that can deal with that. So I'm preparing for that. I'm setting up cards in my deck to just make sure I deal with it properly. So instead, I read it almost correctly. He had a 9-drop Kaido instead of the 10-drop Kaido, which is fine, essentially. He only had 9 Dawn, so that his entire turn was summoning that 9-drop Kaido. And yes, he's going to kill my Doflamingo, and he's going to have a rush card, and he's going to swing at the leader. But that isn't that bad, because that's his entire turn. So he's going to swing with 5 to my leader, obviously, because he can't kill the king. I'm going to go ahead and take that. I haven't taken any damage so far, and now we're tied up, so I'm feeling pretty comfortable. He's going to try to get some control, and looks like he's going to swing at my king. My king's going to die. I'm like, can I counter out of it? Because I obviously want to save the king, but I didn't have the counters for it. I definitely did not have the counters for it. But now I have 10 Dawn, and you have no Dawn up, and you have nothing. You have some cards in your hand, but what are you gonna do to stop this? As he kind of flashed the camera in his hand a little bit, he had a ton of events, but the events aren't gonna matter, man. You don't have any Dawn up. You don't have any Dawn up. So what do I do here? I'm like, I can summon a couple blockers. I remember this part. Yeah, I have a couple blockers in my hand, but I'm like, I don't want to leave that Kaido up the entire game and just block out of it. So while I have the chance, I'm gonna go ahead and put 9 Dawn. I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, I can just swing, take a life, you know, and set up some blockers. Is that the right play? I'm thinking about it. No, I'm gonna go for it. I don't care how many cards you have in your hand. I'm gonna go ahead and put 9 Dawn on my crocodile right now, it looks like. Yeah, I think about it for a little bit, you know. And him and I are just laughing about it. We're like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Because this deck does have a hard time getting over big guys. So I'm gonna put 9 on crocodile, making my crocodile 14, and I'm gonna swing. You have to use 3 cards in your hand to save him. He's like, oh, I don't got it, whatever. Or maybe he does, and he can't. He doesn't want to waste it. And then I summon a law, and I get a little bit of protection for going all out, essentially, to try to kill the Kaido. So I'm in a good spot here. I have 10 Dawn next turn, and I have 3 life to his 3 life, and it's honestly not a bad position to be in, guys. When you can establish early control of Kaido and then just like take life and make it play your turns around how much Dawn they have available the next turn, because obviously since he just used the 9-drop Kaido, he doesn't have a whole lot of Dawn left. So I'm like, yeah, he can put 2 on Kaido, you know, on your leader and swing, and I'll take it. Like, that doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me at all. He swings at 5 with my leader. No point of me. Yeah, there's no point of me even. I'm not really too scared. I take the damage. I want the extra card in my hand because I know I'm going to go absolutely berserk the next turn. Now I play my own 9-drop Kaido. Again, establishing the early board control, guys. He's not going to have enough for 9 or 10-drop Kaido next turn, so I can get some hits off on him this turn without being worried about my board getting blown up the next turn. So I swing at 5 with my leader. Oh no, he will have access to 9-drop Kaido. So I swing at 5 with my leader, and I swing, and he takes the damage, and I swing at 10 for the Kaido. And the reason that he takes the damage from my leader, he explained to me, is because he wanted to make Thunder Bagua active, which is why he left some Dawn up. So he activates Thunder Bagua, he gets that extra Dawn left, so he does have a threat to play Kaido. I'm looking at how much Dawn he has left. You always got to keep track of that. And then he has the Blast Breath. So now he has 7 Dawn available to him, and he's going to have 9 the next turn. So I'm thinking about it. I'm like, okay, like if you have 9 left, if you summon Kaido, you're going to kill my Law, and then I'm going to possibly lose my Kaido, potentially. So I'm going to summon an extra blocker, and I know he has that King in his hand. I'm going to say, screw it. Like, you want to play your King, that's fine. You're going to waste your entire turn, and I'm going to threaten so much damage next turn that it's not going to matter if you summon your King. So, looks like I said, he's at 9 again. I'm pretty sure it's at 9. Maybe 8. Maybe 8. And I have 2 blockers, Rush Kaido, and some cards in my hand. I have a lot of cards in my hand, guys. This deck, you never, ever have, like, no cards in your hand. It's just like not possible. You draw so much, and you know, if you need some cards, you can take some from your life. You only have 1 less than the other decks, the mono color, so it's not a huge deal at all. Like I said, I predicted that he summoned the Rush King, which is much better than the Rush Kaido. Like, I'd much rather have the King on the field than the Rush Kaido, because Rush Kaido can threaten some damage, whereas King does not. And then I counter out with 5 to his, or with 6 to his 5. And then I draw. I don't have access to a lot of Dawn. I'm at 7 right now, so I'm just calculating how much I need. If you guys saw my other deck video against this deck versus blue, you'll know that this is my favorite play. Once I get that Kaido on the field, I'm going to try to protect it at all costs. So I'm going to swing. I'm thinking about it. What am I going to do here? Now it's the time to start being aggressive, guys. Now is the time to start being aggressive because he doesn't have a lot of life left and you have damage on the board. So I'm going to swing at his life at 7. He's going to Blast Breath, which is good. So now he can't go into Kaido next turn, the 10-drop Kaido. And I'm going to swing for 10. He's going to take damage. Now, the reason I'm putting him so heavily on the clock right now, I'm threatening his life, is because I want him to know that the second that he drops a 9-drop Kaido or a 10-drop Kaido, I'm going to kill him the next turn. There's no way I don't kill him the next turn. And this is when Kaido is at his worst point in the game, is because when he is at fear of dropping something big, which is all purple does, is dropping something big, he's going to die. He is going to absolutely get murdered the next turn. And so I summon Missile Sunday, and I have some Dawn up. I have either a Thunder Bagua in my hand or a Love Mellow. I'm pretty sure it's a Thunder Bagua. And I'm gonna basically say, like, hey, if you summon a block, I don't say this obviously, I'm not gonna tell him what I think, but the reason I summon Missile Sunday is because if he summons a blocker, let's say like a king, or not a king, a queen, or any blocker, if he just has one blocker, I'm gonna take a hit with Missile Sunday and get back Sobbles. I'm gonna draw a card off Sobbles, and I'm gonna return a card to your hand, and I'm gonna attack for a ton of damage. So now you're like, okay, do I even attack? Because the second I attack, now my queen, I even see he has a queen in his hand. Now my queen is not even active. It's not live because he's going to return to my hand. Now, yeah, you can draw 2 more cards, but it doesn't matter when you're going to lose the next turn. So you can draw as many cards as you want. I'm going to kill you. So he summons the king or the queen. He discards the king. He had a ton of character cards in his hand, by the way, guys. He didn't draw particularly well, but I don't think it would have mattered in this sake. Just because, like, I know how to play this matchup very well, and I feel like I have a natural advantage because not a lot of people know how to play against my matchup, Blue Purple Crocodile. Now, I played enough against in locals, and people have watched me play when their games are done to kind of get a gist, but you have to really put in reps against this deck to know when to go in, when not to go in. So he swings with 7. I play Thunder Bagua, and then I get an extra Dawn. So now I'm gonna have 10 Dawn at my disposal, and then I'm gonna draw a card from Crocodile, just keeping up that advantage, guys. It's not gonna happen. He's gonna swing with King. I'm gonna take it with Missile Sunday. I'm considering it. I'm like, should I just take the damage? But I was like, no, because I need to get that Sobbles back. So I'll take Sobbles back. And now he's like, ooh, I forgot about that. You know what I'm saying? So the Sobbles is really, really, really scary. So I have 10 Dawn at my disposal, and I have Rush Kaido, and I have Crocodile. So what am I going to do here? I'm pretty sure this game lasts a little bit longer, because I don't think I ended up killing him. He has 2 Dawn up, so I know I'm gonna have to play around that. And I know I'm not gonna. I don't have any fear of actually losing, because he just won't do the damage. So it just doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. At this point, I can smell the blood in the water. Now it's faint. I can't really smell it all that well, but I can get a little hint of it. So I start playing around. I'm like, how do I kill you? Basically, when you're at this point, you have to make sure that they cannot drop big guys next turn, because they cannot kill you, and you will. My computer just disconnected. That was very weird. Okay, we're still recording. My computer timed out, so I went into sleep mode. So I put 2 on Crocodile. I play Sobbles. I have too many cards in my hand, I realized, to actually draw a card off it. So it's a bit of a misplay. And then I swing for 9. I swing for 9 damage. And he's going to use... at this point, if he doesn't use his events, then he's going to die next turn. Or he's going to die this turn, not even next turn. So what are you going to do? He's going to play Thunder Bagua, counter out, and then he's going to play the 1,000 counter, put himself at 10,000 to buy 9,000, and then he's going to get that extra Dawn rested. So he does have a lot at your disposal, and I considered killing his king here. I was like, since I'm not going to kill him this turn, should I just kill his king? But I said, no, I'm going to make sure you take this damage, and I'm going to punch you for 1,000 or 12,000, and I have 4 Dawn left. I'm going to punch you for 1,000. You have no life left. And then I play 2 more blockers. I go, there's no way you can kill me. And this is when the blood in the water is just apparent. There's no way he can kill me now. I'm playing the blockers. He has to either he summons another king and tries to swing. He summons another king and does 2 damage, or he summons Rush Kaido, kills everything, deals 1 damage, and then I put 10 on Crocodile next turn and swing for 15,000 with no life. So there's almost no way that, unless he plays like like 2 Rush Queens, even at that point, like there's just no way that you actually win this game from this point on. And spoiler alert, I do actually win this game. He's so he does not have my number anymore, guys. I finally got my win against him. Alessandro, you're a good player though. I appreciate you a lot. Respect your gameplay. He summoned the blocker queen. He's just trying to draw into something to save him. But it's looking a little bleak. What is he going to discard? He's going to discard I think another king. He just had so many kings, and it's just like, it just doesn't work to his advantage. So, oh, he discarded the Who's Who, I believe. He's just thinking. He's thinking about some stuff, and I'm just calm as I'm cool. I'm calm. I'm cool as a cucumber here. I know I'm in a winning position, so I'm not really worried at all. I'm not even shuffling my cards because I know I'm not nervous, you know? I mean, I don't shuffle my cards when I'm nervous, but you know, I feel like I do it more when I am like thinking, but I don't need to think at this point. This is completely autopilot mode. So guys, while you know, you watch the rest of this, I'm going to go ahead and just talk about some videos I'm going to be making. I'm going to basically have an entire playlist made for how to play blue, purple, crocodile into every matchup. Red, green, purple, which I'm doing right now, and then blue, and then am I missing something? I don't think so. Yeah, so I'm gonna have a playlist for that. I'm also playing a little bit of blue, purple Kaido to see how that works, and that has been fun. I don't know if it's good yet. I haven't played any tournaments with it, but it's been very fun. I think blue purple is just so much fun and kind of like a sleeper in the meta, so I like to play that, catch people off guard a little bit. Shout out to my homie Chris for kind of showing me the way for this whole for the blue purple Kaido. But yeah, so that's kind of my plan with my YouTube. I have a ton of videos coming out soon. I'm excited for the Treasure Cup. I'm gonna make just some like reactions, some breakdowns of what happened with that. But yeah, that's kind of like the future of my channel. Obviously, I'm going to continue this. I'm having so much fun. You guys have been great. So thanks for supporting me, watching the videos, liking the videos. It'd be great if you guys can subscribe, though. I know like 81% of you guys are not subscribed to this channel that are watching this video. So if you guys could, that would be absolutely fantastic. Now it's my turn. I'm going to go ahead and explain the rest of this video. I put 4 on Kirizumi, and I'm swinging with the magic numbers. Basically, I am attacking. He has to discard 2 cards to get out of it. I swing with 9 with Kaido. I'm pretty sure he has to block this with Queen. And then 12. It's not a magic number, but it's a lot of freaking damage. So I'm like, oh, he actually, because he had the Dawn up. So I'm like, oh, can he actually do it? And I was a little worried for a second. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was slightly worried. But I'm gonna attack with 12, and I'm gonna say you have to discard everything to beat me. So do that. And he goes, well, I don't have it. There's the handshake. I reveal the rest of my hand. He had so many characters in his hand. He drew the Onigashima, he told me, super late, and he just like never had the opportunity to play it because he just needed pressure on the field. But yeah, so he kept trying to draw into it with Queen early on. It just wasn't working. But that's the game, guys. I'll see you guys on the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Have a fantastic day.